Hi, I'm Randall Barney, WTA's Membership Director. We're at IBC speaking with industry executives about the impact and evolution of new technologies in the teleport services and technologies segment.
I think a lot is going to change. You can see it in society in general. If you look at society, if you look at transportation systems, electricity grids, financial systems, we're really at the brink of major changes. Every system in society is basically growing beyond the point of human understanding. There's so many interacting variables. And we just see the same in the teleport business. A teleport business is no longer a simple, straightforward business, but it's a business where you have a lot of different technologies that come together. Now, these systems become so complex that we need to really look at how we are going to manage those. And what we're doing is we're focusing on 4 key areas with network management. We're looking at the data collection side. What does it take to be able to interact with all those different components that teleport operators are going to deploy in the next decade? Those systems are increasingly more complex. We're talking about virtualized products. It's no longer tangible products that you can touch in the teleport necessarily. We're going to get introductions of data technologies. And we also will see a lot of new business models emerging. Business models that will have a key impact on how you use those technical resources in your teleport. We're talking about new concepts being introduced, sharing resources, having more flexibility and agility in the resources. And on the data collection side, we need to be able to collect all the data from all those subsystems that will be introduced into the teleports in the future. And we also need to make sure that we can orchestrate and automate across all those different platforms. So that's also one of the key focus areas that we are working on. On the other hand, we are also looking at how can we manage those systems, how can we monitor those systems. It used to be quite simple. In the past, you had very simple devices with simple metrics that you could really look at and say, well, I'm going to put some alarm thresholds on that, and I can manage that. It will give me an alarm, and I can look into it. Right now, these systems are so agile, or becoming more and more agile, that it becomes very problematic to try to define what the proper operation is. So what we're doing with our product line, for example, is we're introducing new technologies like big data, and we are introducing, for example, artificial intelligence. So the objective is that taking that complexity and being able to learn automatically how the teleport behaves and being able to detect anomalies within that environment by having software that learns about these things. And then finally, a fourth area that we're focusing on is the connection between the actual technology in the teleport and the business. There was a time that teleport operators could basically take orders from customers and hand it over to somebody on a spreadsheet, and they would go into the teleport and look what kind of resources are available and set up services. That's no longer acceptable. Right now, we need automated workflows that basically take incoming orders through a booking portal and basically apply that automatically to the available resources and really complete the entire cycle up to the invoicing. There's a lot of impact of the IT industry. There's a lot of concepts in the IT industry that have been around for a while and that people get accustomed to. So also the customers of the teleport operators, they're kind of accustomed to certain business models, to the agility of the IT industry where they can share resources, they can book resources in a more flexible manner. And that will impact on the teleport business because those customers that have that kind of expectation will come to the teleport operators and ask those questions. Can you deliver this kind of service? Can I, get this in a very flexible manner? Can I share my resources with other operators? So that is going to have an impact. So the teleport operators will have to look at how they can build solutions in order to deliver on those business models of the future. I think in general, teleport operators will have to be flexible. They have a core business, of course. They work on a satellite-based platform, which has a lot of key advantages for them, such as remote areas, or they can do it with higher reliability than other media. But that core technology will have to be complemented with all kinds of other platforms in order to provide complete services. And I think the key thing is to leverage all that key advantages that you have of that satellite platform, but being able to deliver a complete service to an operator. So they have to have the agility to take that satellite platform and complement it, for example, with terrestrial connections. So, for example, to provide video processing services, or to provide, for example, added value services. And in order to do that, they need that end-to-end orchestration. Because ultimately, if those customers, want to buy that satellite service, complement it with those other services, they want to buy it as a single service. They will want to be confronted with the fact that there might be a terrestrial segment in that service and then a satellite segment. No, they basically want to have an end-to-end service. So when they make a booking, they want to have a single click. They want to say, for example, okay, I will purchase my service, my point-to-point connection over satellite, and I want it to be protected, for example, by a terrestrial link as a backup. They just want to check that box and say, I want to have that option that you offer in your business model, and then the underlying system needs to make sure that it takes care of that end-to-end. I think a successful teleport business is going to be a teleport business that has that flexibility, a teleport business that can respond to emerging requirements very quickly, a teleport that can take new emerging technologies on board very quickly and bring them to the market. And not only just to install those systems and make sure that they are available, but being able to offer those in a very flexible manner to customers, fitted and tailored to their specific business needs.